John Stewart of Earth.
What?
You possess singular will. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps.
I saw Green Lantern Be Where My Power this week, and I wish I could sit here and tell you it's the best Green Lantern film yet. It was worth the 11-year wait. But unfortunately, that is not what I think of this movie. I do not hate it, nor do I love it. It is a decent watch. They do make some slight changes to some characters, some maybe big changes. I don't know a ton about these characters in the comics, but I know they do adjust some things here and there, which isn't really a problem with me if it fits the movie and it's the story they want to tell. For example, John Stewart, of course, has much of Kyle Rayner's origin story in this film, which a lot of people already knew going in, and if you are a massive John Stewart fan, I can see that upsetting you. The film has a very interesting and unique character selection. There are a lot of characters in this movie that the audience probably doesn't really know, which was a very nice surprise. I won't spoil it here because I didn't expect them in the movie, and it kind of put a smile on my face once I saw a lot of them there. Particularly the villains. You saw in the trailer that Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, and Green Arrow would have some type of involvement in this movie. Martian Manhunter is only there for a scene, and I will say this, if you want to know absolutely nothing about this movie and go in blind, you can click off right now, but it's not a major spoiler or anything. The Justice League is already formed. We learn that in this movie, which is a very interesting choice to have the Justice League formed before an actual Justice League movie, but it's a decision that I actually really like. We are getting all these solo movies to help flesh out the Justice League members. We don't really need a movie where they come together. My biggest issue with the film is that there is very little substance. You learn a little bit about these characters, you see their personality displayed, but actual character development isn't really present in this movie. John Stewart is learning how to use the Green Lantern ring throughout the film, and he grows to appreciate being a Green Lantern and know what that really means, which was great. I can't really say I ever got too attached to this version of John Stewart though. The only character in the movie that I was attached to was Green Arrow. He was great in this movie. This movie was basically a buddy cop film with John Stewart and Oliver Queen. I'm happy that Green Arrow finally got his time to shine, but why in this movie? I think Green Arrow could have his own movie at this point. His name holds enough weight to warrant a movie of his own. Hopefully that's coming down the line. I'm not too upset about it. It's just that I feel like Green Arrow was the star of this movie, and it's not a Green Arrow film, it's a Green Lantern movie. You see where Green Arrow stands on a lot in this movie though, what his morals and beliefs are. You get that with John Stewart too, but it's mostly to do with killing with John Stewart. It goes a little deeper with Green Arrow, I feel. The main plot of this movie is to do with the war between Thanagar and Ron. This is probably the plot line that gets the most screen time, and I think it was the least interesting thing in the film. I like how it tied to everything else, but I just wasn't that invested in the Thanagarians and Ronians. The last thing I'll touch on, just to keep this entire thing spoiler free, is Sinestro. I think Sinestro was handled pretty poorly in this film. I can't really go into detail about that without spoiling the movie. If you've seen it, you probably know what I mean though. He didn't have too much of a character and was made to look like sort of a lackey, which I didn't really appreciate. As a whole, it's a decent watch. It has conflict, but no substance. I wasn't as emotionally invested in this movie as I was The Long Halloween or Superman Man of Tomorrow. I know that this universe has the potential to be something great, so I hope the next entry is a step up from this. This is not a bad entry. I had a fun enough time watching this movie, just a few things that dragged it down, and I wish I was invested more in a lot of these characters. For a letter grade, I'm going to give it a C+, so if you've seen Green Lantern Be Where My Power, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Beware my power, Green Lantern's light!